Mario Party. It's one of my favorite franchises Nintendo has ever made. An idea so simple yet so genius that it seems almost impossible for them to mess it up. Well, almost impossible. Yeah, Mario Party as a franchise has definitely gone a little bit downhill, at least in my opinion, in terms of quality. In terms of sales, that couldn't be further from the case. Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars both sold really well, which means we're certainly bound to get a brand new Mario Party entry soon. So in this video, I want to discuss what's next for Mario Party. We're going to take a look at Mario Party's history on the Switch, briefly talk about the potential for DLC and updates, and then the meat of this video, discuss the future of Mario Party. What console is it going to be on? What gimmicks will be there? Will there be a big shift to the entire formula? All that and more in this video. Chapter times will be down in the description so you can skip around, and let's get into it. So on the Nintendo Switch, we had Super Mario Party in 2018. This game was marketed as a return to form for Mario Party, but honestly, it feels almost like a spin-off. I have a whole video talking about why I'm not a huge fan of Super Mario Party, so I'll keep it brief here, but some huge gameplay changes, absolutely terrible balancing, and the fact that it feels like Nintendo put more focus into the side modes than the main Mario Party game ended up with Super Mario Party leaving a very sour taste in my mouth. Luckily then we got Mario Party Superstars. This was marketed and actually was a return to form for Mario Party. However, arguably too much. We had 5 boards, but they were all from past games. No new minigames here either, they're all remade from past entries. While this alone is not bad at all, and stuff like online play really does make this one of the best entries in the franchise, a total of 5 boards, and the fact that none of them are new, means that for hardcore Mario Party fans, this one definitely lacks some replayability. That takes us all the way up to now. It's 2023 and we haven't gotten a brand new Mario Party since fall of 2021. Doesn't sound like a long gap, but it is for Mario Party. They tend to pump these games out. So first, let's talk about the future and possibility of Mario Party Superstars DLC. It's not gonna happen. Okay, well, it's not impossible, but it seems like one of those things where if they were going to do it, they definitely would have by now. I mean, you can point to stuff like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, which didn't come out until almost 5 years after that game's release, but that's because they didn't want to make a new Mario Kart game on the Switch because that one was selling so well. They clearly don't have that problem with Mario Party as there's already 2 on the Switch, so it seems like a better business decision and just more in line with Nintendo to make a brand new Mario Party rather than actually fixing up the old one that could use some more content. That's why I don't really think that Mario Party Superstars will be getting any new boards or any new mini games. As much as I think it could use that, I don't think it'll happen. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I don't think I will be, so let's just jump into the actual future of Mario Party as in a brand new game. So first we gotta discuss which console is this gonna be on. Will it happen on the Switch or no? Well, the thing with Mario Party is it really doesn't matter. This is not a graphically intensive game. It's not computationally intensive. I mean, we definitely don't need better hardware for it. And if the rumors are true that Nintendo's next console is going to be either a Switch Pro, a Switch 2, or something in the middle, then it's not like we'll be getting any brand new controllers that this can take advantage of, because that's really the only thing Mario Party does when it gets moved to a new console. Mario Party 8, the first Mario Party on the Wii, was all based around motion controls. The Wii U's Mario Party of choice, Mario Party 10, definitely used the gamepad very heavily with Bowser Party and all that stuff. And then Super Mario Party was, you know, one of the first and only Switch games that you can only play with Joy-Con. They're actually like essential to that title. But considering we're not going to get a brand new console with new controllers, or at least that's what it's looking like, I don't think that will really impact our brand new Mario Party game. So in that case, it doesn't really matter. They can kind of put this one out either this year if there's not a Switch Pro, or they can wait for a Switch Pro, but it doesn't matter regardless. What is interesting though is the potential of using smartphones as controllers. If you've ever played a Jackbox.TV game, you'll know what I'm about to say. If Nintendo made a brand new Mario Party where a bunch of people could hop in and play, they could very easily make it so you have to go to, you know, nintendo.com/Mario Party and enter in a code, and then you can just use your phone as a controller. Again, Jackbox did this, and there were actually rumors of Nintendo doing this for a 1-2 Switch sequel, so it's 100% possible, and I'd say even likely, that they have this technology ready to go from that scrapped game. They're looking for a similar title to put it into, and Mario Party just seems to be the best fit. One of my absolute favorite use cases that I hope Nintendo looks at is a virtual reality game called Akron Attack of the Squirrels. In this game, one person plays as a giant tree, and everyone else is playing as different squirrels on their phone from an app you can download for free. These squirrels have to essentially all team up and defeat the tree by grabbing these little acorns, but the tree can throw stuff, pick up the squirrels, and toss them. It's an absolutely hectic game with so much, you know, different types of teamwork, communication, working against each other, working together. It truly brings that original Mario Party feel, almost as if this could have been a 1v3 Mario Party minigame in an alternate universe. Absolutely great game there, and if Nintendo took anything from this video, I kind of hope it's that. Don't be afraid to use phones as a controller, because it actually presents so many more unique opportunities that you just couldn't get when you're all using a Switch and Joy-Con. Interestingly enough though, Akron Attack of the Scrolls is a 1v3 game, and that's something else I want to talk about here. What if Nintendo really leaned in heavily to this kind of 1v3 style, this asymmetrical multiplayer, and you had almost an Among Us style Mario Party game? Hear me out, this could be really cool. What if you put all the characters back in a car, just like Mario Party 9, but while it didn't really work for me in Mario Party 9 because you were all stuck together but also working against each other, in this game you're all stuck together, working together, except one evil player is the imposter, and it is trying to absolutely destroy the team's efforts to get as many stars as possible. You could potentially vote out players if you think they're not helpful. There's so many great ideas here, and Nintendo's already done something very similar in Wii Party U. There was an unlockable mode called Spot the Sneak, where it was basically like playing a bunch of Mario Party minigames, but one player had a devious unfair advantage where they could essentially win every game if they wanted to, but then at the end of each minigame, you would vote on which player you thought was the sneak. So it was this interesting little metagame of obviously wanting to do as well as you can in the minigames, because that's how you get points. But if you do too well or act too suspicious, then you could get voted out and lose points. That sort of dichotomy is something really interesting and something that I hope they explore in Mario Party, because let's face it, Mario Party as a franchise is definitely a little bit stale, and while their past attempts to shake things up haven't necessarily gone down super well, I think this is an idea that captures the chaotic fun of Mario Party, because we've never had this before. The closest thing would maybe be Bowser Party from Mario Party 10, but even then, completely different concept. So yeah, an Among Us type sabotage mode would be awesome, but let me know down in the comments below if you agree, because I know that one might be a bit too far from what modern Mario Party actually is. Next, I want to mention a live service game. I know, this is something that people hate. And while Nintendo has done this generally well, I think, with games like Splatoon 2 being a prime example, their recent entries into this kind of live service consistently updated game, such as Animal Crossing New Horizons and Splatoon 3, don't get mad at me, Splatoon fans, I know you guys are passionate, but in my opinion, I think they've completely fallen flat. I think those games could have been so much bigger, but the majority of the player base who bought the games actually just stopped playing because the updates were either too sparingly or not big enough, or it just, I don't know. I think those games definitely could have been a lot bigger in terms of retaining players, but they sold really well, so I guess Nintendo doesn't care. Anyway, off topic, a live service Mario Party game would be awesome. Imagine getting a brand new board and like 10 new minigames every single month. Of course, you would probably start out with just like, 4 or 5 boards and maybe 50 minigames. Not many. Although, to be fair, 4 or 5 boards is exactly what they've done for both Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars. But if they're able to consistently then add in, for free, new boards and new minigames, that would keep people constantly engaged. I play Mario Party a fair bit with my friends at college, and we love the game, but unfortunately, we don't go back to it as much as we go back to something like Mario Kart, because there's just way more content in Mario Kart. There were 48 courses for the longest time, and now they're even adding in new ones. With Super Mario Party or Mario Party Superstars, what, you got 5 boards max? In my opinion, Mario Party is the exact type of game that would benefit from a live service, model, because this is the type of game that people go back to again and again to play with friends. So if you log on with your friends and see a little notification that says, boom, maybe Koopa's Tycoon Town from Mario Party 8 and like a batch of 10 new minigames have been added, that's gonna make you want to keep coming back, and it's one of those things that will do unbelievable wonders to the game's life. However, if you don't like the idea of a live service game, that's fine. What if Nintendo just did a Mario Party Ultimate? Yes, of course, that was kind of the idea behind Mario Party Superstars, given that it was a walkthrough of Mario Party's past, I guess biggest maps and whatnot and the most fun minigames. But I think what made Super Smash Bros. Ultimate so great wasn't that it was taking the best stages or the best fighters, it's that it took all of them. Because we all have different experiences with these franchises, especially by Nintendo. Because almost all of us probably grew up with them, I'm gonna favor Mario Party 8 boards, but I can acknowledge that a lot of people probably like the ones from the GameCube or the N64. We don't need every board ever in this new Mario Party, but at least selecting boards from all different games instead of just limiting themselves to the first 3 entries, that would be phenomenal and go a long way into making a Mario Party Ultimate feel like an actual culmination of the franchise rather than Mario Party Superstars, which feels good but not great. It doesn't feel like a grand send-off or finale in the way that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate did. In fact, just to prove this point, I want you guys to scroll down to the comments and drop your favorite Mario Party board of all time. I guarantee you, if you scroll through the comments, we will probably be able to get one board from every single Mario Party game, because everyone loves different games in this franchise, which is why a game that would celebrate the franchise needs to celebrate the entire franchise. Even if I don't, want a board from Super Mario Party, I can acknowledge that it would be good for the overall quality of the game. And hey, while you're down in the comments, hit that subscribe button if you're not already. It would seriously help us out a lot to reach our goal of 200,000 subscribers and finally surpass the dreaded Wii U stop channel. So with that out of the way, I've given Nintendo a fair bit of ideas, and I want you guys to think about those and let me know what's your favorite down in the comments below. But that's not really what you're here for. I could list off ideas all day long for this franchise because I love it so much. But what do I think they're actually going to do? What will Nintendo do with the future of Mario Party? This is where the video kind of takes a darker turn. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do much. Not in terms of them not making new games, in fact, the opposite. I think Mario Party is almost in a Pokemon-like state right now, where the games are consistently selling so well, with arguably very little effort being actually put into them, at least in terms of a content perspective. I mean, you can't argue that. There's less content in these two most recent games than have ever been in any Mario Party game prior. Yet, Super Mario Party sold extremely well, and Mario Party Superstars did as well, so why would they bother doing any of these ideas and changing up the formula? I don't want to say it's impossible, because it's definitely not. Nintendo very well could do something like I mentioned before. I think actually the smartphone idea is probably the most likely, but unfortunately, I wouldn't hold my breath, and I'm not telling you to hold yours either. The nature of this business is that, well, it's a business, and as much as these games hold incredibly special places in our heart, it's clear that Nintendo doesn't really care about the amount of content or the, level of quality that they're putting into these games as much as they do for, say, new Zelda games or 3D Marios. Mario Party for Nintendo is just one of those franchises they can crank out every 2 years and expect a pretty big payday for. And until that changes, I don't really think the quality of the games will change either. Again, I'd be super happy to be proven wrong, but in my opinion, what's gonna happen next with the Mario Party franchise is just a new Mario Party, probably with some new boards, because I doubt they'll have 2 games in a row just reusing old boards. Probably half the minigames will be new and half of them will be old classics. I doubt we have more than 5 boards. I doubt we have more than 100 minigames. We'll probably get online because they already have the infrastructure for that, but that's about it. The incredible, crazy, and unique gimmicks that you'd see in, again, Mario Party 8 or so, such as Shy Guys Express, where you're on a train where the train cars can move and flip the course of the game entirely, or Koopa's Tycoon Town, where it's basically a mini game of Monopoly where you gotta save up enough coins and out-invest other players. That sort of thing just feels dead, man, and it sucks to say, but unfortunately, I think that's the future of Mario Party. We're gonna get a bunch of generic boards, some high-quality minigames, and it'll be a blast, and I'll probably buy every single one, which again, makes me part of the problem. But as I started out this video with saying, Mario Party as a core concept is so unique, so fun, and I have so many fond memories playing with my family and friends that even if they don't put much effort into the games, Mario Party is virtually a canvas for you to make your own memories, and if you're playing with the right people, that will never change. So maybe it's not that bad of a thing that they're putting in minimal effort into these new games. Only time will tell to see what happens, but that is what I think the future of Mario Party will be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this style of video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.